I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Wednesday, April the 26th, where this feeder cattle market is holding its own despite that slightly bearish cattle on feed report, with that big number on the placements being 5 percentage points more than the analysts' expectations. But after the board was down big time on Monday, kind of started rebounding there on Tuesday. It was up but did not regain all the losses that it had on Monday on the fats or the feeders, but still the feeder cattle market is holding its own. Your real-time index on Beef Market Central late on Tuesday was up at 139.73, which is really 4.4 cents higher than it ended the week last week, so not too bad, and staying well ahead of that CME feeder cattle index there at 139.31 coming out on Monday. But you look at some markets on Tuesday there, OKC West at El Reno, maybe the steam's coming off some of these calves. If you look at the Beef Market Central market report out of El Reno, you see that the steer calf prices were $4 to $8 lower, but that's on a lot plainer type calves. So not as many local calves there, and some of those calves coming in carrying a little bit too much crossbred in them and not quite as attractive to buyers there. And just the high points off of these stocker cattle. Most everybody's got their stocker cattle turned out, and most of these calves now are going to be put into a growing lot or bought up by smaller grazers and not the big time high volume turnout guys. But you look at some other markets in the Northern Plains. Phillips, South Dakota had over 3,000 head on Tuesday. They had 300 head of 7-weight steers that averaged 746 in groups put together there at 149 or at 148.99, right at 149. That's a big price on a 7-weight steer, and that's on an average there. But out of all the places I saw on Tuesday there, the biggest price that I noticed as far as that was impressive was at Kingsville Livestock Auction there, south and east of Kansas City. They had a load of 937-pound steers Tuesday afternoon at 2:30, bring 130,210. It was kind of an eye-opener when I saw it on Beef Market Central there, and I had to text my friend Jimmy Long there to see what the deal was on them, and I said, surely those were all black, thin, and empty, and he said, well, they were all black, and I came in on second place there, so it must have been a pretty fancy deal. But also there, I got to Tuesday see some crossing of cattle at the Mexico border there, and interesting to watch how they bring those cattle across on an international trade there. They had steer calves, base weight 300 pounds was higher, as high as they've been all year, up to 186 there on a private crossing there. But Saturday at the new Santa Teresa Livestock Auction at their grand opening, they had some 3-weight steer calves bring as much as $10 more than that, but was on a lighter run. We'll see how that Santa Teresa Livestock Auction holds up with the direct trade there down on the border. But that's your feeder flash for Wednesday.